Get out of being who you are to become who you want to be. But how do you do it? That's what we're going to chat about. Peace and cheers, folks. Mark Mihalovic, aka the Flying Health Coach. As always, I'm happy that you're here. Kind of a weird introduction, but today we're talking about getting out of who you currently are to become who you want to be. And what's that mean? How do you do it, right? So it's going to be a shorter video. I just want to give you three things that you can do, three simple things that you can do starting today that's going to help push you towards becoming the best version of yourself. So let's chat about it. But first, we need some context on your current identity, who you are now today in this very moment, right? So we'll get to these three steps over here in a little bit, but right now let's hone in on this little wonderful circle I drew for you guys. So your identity, right, it's pretty simple. It's who you currently are right now. It's all of the experiences you've had in your life since birth, early childhood, preteens, teens, early adulthood, all that stuff, right? It's every person you ever met, all your experiences, all that stuff has molded you into who you are now today. And a lot of times we're not even aware of it, right? We don't even think about everything that we've been through in our life and how it's made us who we are today. So who you are right now, your current identity, dictates what actions or processes you're going to do, right? So how you see yourself, how you view yourself will dictate what you're going to do on a day-to-day basis, right? What time you're going to wake up, what you're going to eat for breakfast, what you're doing for work, what you do after work, your relationships, intimate and platonic, all that stuff, right? All the actions you put forth will then lead to an outcome, right? What outcome are you searching for in your life right now? Which again is all based upon how you currently view yourself, right? Now, we're going to come back to this in a second, but what I want to get at here more than anything is these three things on the side. The three steps that we're going to talk about, we'll break them down step by step so you can get a better gauge as to how you can start to change your identity. So the first step is self-awareness. That's step one, right? If you want to change who you are, you first have to be aware of how did I become the person I am today? What has all led in my life for me to become who I am, right? And again, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of self-reflection. It's a lot of journaling. It's a journey to do this stuff. It really is. And I know people that are doing this right now. If you are in like a developmental journey, if you will, it's not easy. It really isn't. Trust me. I know I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm still not where I want to be yet. So if you guys are doing this, trust me, I'm 100% there right with you. It sucks, but it's worth it. So self-awareness, and what that means is, okay, I am who I am right now. And when I create more self-awareness, when I actually go in my head, in my subconscious mind, and I start to pay attention to the stories I tell myself, you start to get an idea of what is my current identity. I'm versus just saying, oh, I'm Mark. Well, I'm more than just Mark, right? You're more than just Fred or Matt or Carol or whoever. It's deeper than that for you, right? So who am I right now? What's making me tick? What is making me want to push forward in life all the time? So you got to figure that out. And that's your self-awareness. You got to figure out, okay, first, what stories am I telling myself? What limiting beliefs am I saying that I can't do this or I can't do that, right? What types of vocabulary how do I talk about myself? Oh, I suck. Or, yeah, I'm just, I can't be good at that. I'm not going to be good at sales. I'm not going to be good. I can't tell stories. I can't speak in public, right? What are all those things that you tell yourself? Because that's all leading to your current identity. And if there's a mismatch there, you have to create self-awareness to catch that, all your inner talk in your brain. It's a language of your mind, right? You have to start paying attention to the language that your mind's using. Okay? So self-awareness, big first step. You have to be aware of your current thought processes first so you can make those changes to get closer to where you want to be. Right? So we're in this little mini ID circle right here, your identity. Next, you got to get leverage, right? We're moving out to action and processes now. So you're going to get leverage. And what does that mean? It's simple. Ask yourself these questions. What is the cost, right? What's the cost of my current identity? How much is it going to cost me in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, in the next 20 years? What's it going to cost me if I don't change right now? And when you do that, when you ask yourself those questions, don't just blindly ask them and just answer it. Sit down and really think about it. Visualize what your life is going to look like. If I don't change right now in 5 years' time, and if I'm still making the same exact decisions over and over again, if I maintain the same identity that's got me to where I am now and you're not happy about it, the next 5 years is going to be the same. And you know what? You're going to be more angry in 5 years. Now imagine 10. What's it worth to, if you don't change your identity today and you don't start to change it to get where you want to go, what's it going to be like in 10 years if you don't change? It's a pretty hefty price to pay if you ask me. 10 years from now, think about that real hard. Visualize what your life's going to be like in 10 years if you do nothing to change. So that's gaining leverage, right? It's gaining leverage on yourself that if I do nothing, I am going to feel an immense amount of pain if I don't do the things that I want to do, okay? But on the same token, when you feel that pain, now flip it. What if I do change, right? What if I make a decision to become more self-aware and listen to my, the words I talk, how I talk to myself in my brain, and how I identify as myself? What's it going to be like if I change? What will my life be like in 5 years? What will it be like in 10 years? How much different are you going to be if you take a couple simple steps today throughout the next weeks and months? How much are you going to change? How much is your life going to be different? How happy are you going to be? How fulfilled are you going to be in 5 years, 10 years from now? But do the same thing. You have to visualize that. You have to put yourself in that picture. You have to see. It sounds weird, but you have to do this, right? You have to see yourself living that life, that if you were to totally change your identity of who you want to be, what your life's going to be like in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, right? Because what's always bad is always available, but so is what's good. And that's a part that we don't think about that all the time. And it sucks, right? Because it keeps you stuck. You're thinking about bad stuff all the time. I can't do this. I'll never be that, right? All those limiting beliefs, right? And when you start to create that self-awareness, you start to hear that inner self-talk, and it gets loud sometimes. But now you can at least catch yourself. That's gaining leverage, right? Because when you gain leverage on yourself, you're going to start to put forth different actions, right? Different processes, which are then going to lead you to a different outcome, right? So this inner circles, we use both kind of 2 and 3, right? Because once you gain leverage and you're going to feel that pain that you don't want to feel, it's going to make you want to take action, right? When you do that, it's going to lead you to ultimately a different outcome, right? Which gets you your 2.0 self. It looks like a 6. That's a 2. 2.0 self. But it's as simple as that. Well, the concepts are simple, right? Changing your life is really easy, guys. The concepts of it are simple, but the processes are not, right? That's where it gets hard. So again, just to revert back to this little circle, who you are at the core is going to determine the actions or processes that you do, which will ultimately give you the outcome that you have, which is where you're at right now. Everything you've ever decided in your life, all the actions you've done have led you to the current outcome, right? Where you currently are now. And again, the best part is, guys, you can change it. You have all the power in the world to change where you're going to be at in 5 years, in 10 years, 15, 20 years, right? You have the power to do that. So it would behoove you to pay attention to this. Trust me. Start to, again, first step, right? Self-awareness. Start to just pay attention to the inner self-talk and you'll start to catch yourself when you're talking to people. You'll start to catch yourself and you say things, oh, I can't do that. Or, yeah, I wouldn't be good at that. You'll start hearing yourself talk. When you catch yourself, that's when you can start to like, nope. Not that you'll say this, out loud to people, right? But when you reflect on the day, you can okay, I see where that's coming from now, right? I want to change that story. I can do this. I can do that. Then get leverage, right? When you get leverage, you're going to start to feel the pain of what it would be like to not change. And when you feel that pain of not changing, but on the flip side again, right, because you got to do both. On the flip side, when you feel the pleasure, right, when you feel the happiness, how fulfilled you are by changing your current identity and who you want to be and what it's going to bring you down the road, you'll feel that pleasure and you're going to want to take action because it's exciting now again, right? And lastly, you're taking action, right? Because they go hand in hand. When you start taking action, and again, guys, massive action is important. Yes, I mean, maybe your action step is picking up and moving and living somewhere totally different and totally reinventing your life. There's nothing wrong with doing that, trust me. Sometimes changing your environment radically is very important. But also action can just be something as simple as waking up in the morning a half hour earlier, right? Waking up a half hour earlier and picking up a book and reading for a half hour. Reading, even waking up 10 minutes earlier and reading just for 10 minutes. But the point is, when you decide who I want to be, right? You decide who I have to be to get me where I want to go. And you start to have that self-awareness, you start taking different actions, all those actions that you're going to start to take, right? And it takes time, right? It took time to get you where you are now. It's going to take time to get you to where you want to be, right? But you start taking new actions, it's going to start to snowball effect, right? A good example, the book I'm reading right now, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's a wonderful book. Now, why I bring that book up, nothing in particular other than it's a really great book and learn about the quantum field and like manifestation of where you want to be. But the point is this book's been sitting here for like a month when I bought it because I was reading some other books. But when I just thought to myself, well, I can't take 10 minutes? Like, what the hell, Mark? I mean, I've read other books throughout the day too, but you always catch yourself with these little mini breaks throughout the day. I'm like, I can take 10 more minutes and read a few pages out of this book. I mean, geez, come on. Point is, side rant. Complete side rant on that. Point is, guys, is all those actions that you're going to start to take are going to begin to snowball, and you're going to take new actions every day, and they're going to keep building and building and building and building till eventually you're going to learn, get new knowledge. You're going to be able to apply that knowledge to get new skills. Those new skills are going to make you more valuable in whatever you're doing. And as time goes, you're going to see yourself transform into the person that you want to be. A little longer than I thought on the video, but this stuff excites me. So as always, folks, please don't forget to like and subscribe up in the corner. Well, icon's up there, but hit the button down there. My email, flyinghealthcoach@gmail.com. Again, for coaching purposes, your first coaching call is free, just to see if coaching is a good fit for you. If it is, cool. If it's not, that's cool too, right? If it is a good fit, we'll talk about next steps. And then finally, my book, Flying Health Coach Guide, How to Start to Unf Your Life. Download it for free, or I should say 14 pages for free on links in my YouTube page. If you like what you read, you find it kind of interesting, it is very much a workbook, so it's going to be $6.99 on lulu.com. Again, if you like what you read, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. So anyways, guys, trust me when I say I'm here with you too. I'm going through all this stuff, and there's times in life where I know just it feels like it sucks, right? Feels like you're stuck and you don't know what to do, and it can be a royal pain in the ass. I know it can, right? I 100% can tell you I've been through a lot of my life, and I'm gonna continue to go through a lot in my life, and I'm gonna keep growing, right? But the point is, guys, don't ever stop. Don't ever stop growing. Don't ever stop learning. Don't ever stop taking chances on becoming the best version of yourself, right? Take a chance, fail, learn something new, keep pushing forward, and you're gonna get there. It's impossible to fail unless you quit, right? And above all, remember, you just gotta believe. Peace and cheers.